In continuation with the same frame of the absolute poverty and relative poverty, till now we have discussed about the absolute poverty in which a particular or specific line has been drawn or laid down or fixed, and if the person or individual is not able to attain that much of income which is necessary for the consumption expenditure, then that person or individual is considered to be the poor according to this absolute poverty approach. One important thing I have discussed that in 2011-12 about 22% of the population was considered as the poor or below poverty line. And one another fact, if we see the worldwide, the 1/5 of the total poor of the whole world live in India. It means if there are 100 poor all over the world, 20% or 1/5 poor they live in India. It's a worldwide aspect or a bigger or holistic picture of the poverty. Means 1/5 of the total poor population of the whole world reside in India. It's very important to note. Now we will start with the next topic, that is the relative poverty concept. Relative poverty concept is much prevailing in the developed countries. The concept of relative poverty is based on the approach of comparison. See, in the developed countries, it is not the problem with many of the people to attain the basic minimum requirements. The developed countries, they have very considerable population, not very large population like India and China. They have population, but in a certain we say considerable amount. Then they have having the good resources. So to achieve the basic minimum consumption like food, shelter, home, clothing, and education facilities, health facilities is not a big issue in the developed countries. But there is comparison, lies comparison, person to person, place to place, country to countries. It is with developed countries. So the concept of relative poverty is much prevailing in the developed countries. For example, in America, USA, a person is having 2 cars and the neighbor person is having only 1 car. So comparatively, the person who is having 1 car is considered to be a relatively poor. Okay, so person A, he is comparatively rich, and person B who is having a single car, he will be called the relatively poor. So this is an example of the relative poverty. So it is sure that in the relative poverty concept, they are not struggling to fulfill or satisfying the basic needs. Basically, it's a concept of the comparison based. The concept of relative poverty is based on the approach of comparison. In relative poverty, there is no fixed or no set criterion or a specific or particular level of consumption expenditure or level of income. But generally, it is considered that the average income of the households in a country is $100, and a person who is not able to earn more than $50, he will be considered as a relatively poor. Okay, so in relative poverty, there is no fixed or no set criteria of the specific or particular level of consumption expenditure or level of income. It is based on the assumption that if a person is not able to earn the 50% of the average household's incomes, so they do have some money, but still not enough money to afford anything above the basics. It means the relatively poor person is able to fulfill or satisfy the basic needs, but he cannot go beyond or above that needs. Suppose he want to spend on the expenditure, he want to have the dinner in a hotel, he want to possess two cars, he want to have a good residence in a very good colony. That type of expectations, that type of willingness cannot be fulfilled, so they are called relatively poor. So once again we will read this line. It is based on the assumption that if a person is not able to earn 50% of the average household's income, so they do have, means they have, so they do have some money to fulfill the basic needs, but still not have enough money to afford anything above the basic needs or basics. Means they are easily able to arrange their salt and rice, but they are not go beyond the salt and rice. They are not able to arrange their bread and butter. This is a phrase of English: salt and rice and bread and butter. So salt and rice indicates the basic minimum requirements, and bread and butter indicates the expectations of delicious and rich food type. Okay. In this way, relative poverty indicates that class of the society who is able to satisfy the basic minimum requirements for survival, but they may not access to enjoy entertainment facilities, TV, internet, membership of clubs, holidays at hill stations, having 2-3 cars, etc. Are you able to understand? Means in the relatively poor concept, poverty concept, the people are able to fulfill their basic requirements, but they cannot go beyond the expectations. They have to consider their limit or their income level. The concept of relative poverty is much prevailed in the developed countries. I have given you the reasons. They have very rich resources. The population burden is less, or we can say the less population density over their developed countries. They are mostly the capitalist economies. They are also called the industrial economies, and even so these are the reasons. In the much prevalent in developed countries where there are low population density, much resources, and government shoulders the allowances like unemployment allowances, etc. It is the responsibility of the state, or it is the responsibility of the government to provide the unemployment allowance who is not able to get the job. So with this relative poverty concept, which is much prevalent in the developed countries, and the absolute poverty concept, it is much prevalent in the developing country like India. So there are the basic differences. It has a minimum specific particular consumption level expenditure line or income line. It does not has any particular specific minimum income line or consumption expenditure line. Here the people are able to get the food, shelter, clothing like basic requirements. Here the poor are not able to get the food, shelter, home, education like basic requirements. So with these two concepts, absolute poverty and relative poverty, we need to keep this thing in our mind, that in the developing country like India, we follow this absolute poverty concept, but in the developed countries, rich countries, capitalist countries or industrialist countries like USA, we consider the relative poverty concept. Thank you.